I love Stephen King. I always have. In this novel in particular, I think it's just a wonderful, wonderful story. And, Stephen King is writing about what are the effects of social isolation? What does it mean when someone is marginalized? What are the repercussions? And how we all contribute to that. But he does it all through the veil of the paranormal and extremely entertaining, I think. When people kind of ask me to explain her motivations, I'm like, let's acknowledge right now we're not dealing with a sane person. But Stephen King gives her a really wonderful backstory. He talks about how she was an outcast even among her own family, and she joined this kind of radical religious group and then found them too liberal for her liking, left the group with a man she met there, and they formed their own church. He was her husband. And then when he passed away and she was pregnant, she wasn't even aware that she was pregnant and gave birth alone. So here is this woman who's so extreme, so marginalized, and so kind of distanced from reality that she doesn't even know that she's pregnant. And then she finds herself a mother to this child, and that's her only community, that's her only family. So the bond is extremely close, and she's very fearful, I think, of losing her. And her experience of the outside world, Margaret's experience, has not been a positive one. She's always been sort of left out. Obviously it's a place to be punished, but it's also a place where she believes that you're close to God. So she thinks she's doing her daughter a favor by putting her in there. It's a story about adolescence. It's wonderful to actually have Chloë in it, who was actually 15 at the time that we made the movie. So she's an actual teenager, so she's familiar with that idea of kind of moving, being very close to a parent and trying to define yourself and move away from them at the same time that you feel close to them. I hope that they think about how we all contribute to people being marginalized. That when you see someone, if someone is alone, if someone's left out, to understand how dangerous that is for them and for all of us. Stephen King is interesting in the book too. He lets the whole town go down. He doesn't really blame anybody. He says we're all responsible for this.